What's up, guys? $20 Bandit. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. A boot? 20? Really? A boot? What do I care about a boot? Okay. So, the answer to that question is, this is the boot. I've gone through a ton of boots over the last year trying to find something that was just dialed in. Something that was rigid and supportive, yet extremely agile. Something that got good traction in all conditions, but wasn't like a heavy lugged military style boot. Something that was kind of like cutting edge, lightweight, good looking, good support, solid construction, Gore-Tex booty, so it was waterproof, etc., and a comfortable insole and some suspension. And I finally found it. And it's funny because I got it right before a trip. I just went on a backpacking trip and we went up a couple thousand feet, up and down, we should say, and it was probably about 9 or 10 mile hike. So it was a good test. It was a good testing ground. It wasn't too long, so if they suck, I'm hurting the whole time. It wasn't too short, so I don't really get a chance to put them through a thorough test. It had elevation gain, so I was going uphill and downhill. And I fell in love with these boots. I actually returned 2 other pairs of boots that I had purchased because I'm stopped right here. This is the Under Armour Tactical Mid GTX. And it's got something in it called their spine technology. Now, I don't really know a whole lot about it. I've just read a little bit, but I've used the boot and I understand the concept now. You can see the real deep lugs on this boot all the way from front to back. Obviously in the back it's providing cushion as you walk, and you start to realize how good this works after about, say, 7 or 8 miles. The lugs are great. Look, there's still rock caught in the lug right there. They grab, man, and they don't let go. It's amazing. Mud, I went in mud, gravel, soft sand, up and downhill in these things, and I was super impressed. It's got like a mid-level traction system in the sole here, and then it's got like a deep mud traction, kind of like a mud terrain tire for a truck. But then if you look at the depth of the actual sole, it provides tons of cushioning. And by the way, this boot weighs nothing. It's amazing. It's dirty right now. It's 1 pound 3 ounces. So, I mean, you're talking about, this is probably a 1 pound boot without the dirt. Anyway, so I got this. Another thing I wanted to pass along. These are a little bit expensive. Like I said, I returned 2 other pairs of boots. They're a little bit expensive, but just the detail. Okay, and another thing I don't like, and Under Armour, really, guys, come on. China, man, make these things, especially this, where guys in the service are going to want these. They can't get these. This isn't Berry compliant. It's completely ungettable for them unless they buy it on their own. And these are $160 boots, so they're worth it though, man. These things, seriously, if I was, these are great. The agility, it's the nylon, it's Cordura nylon, multicam printed, obviously. And the rest of the boot, I'm not exactly sure what the materials are. It's not clear. It just says synthetic upper and rubber outsole, which obviously, I could figure that out. But here's what I can tell you about it after wearing it. The boot cinches up tight. It keeps your foot back in the boot, going uphill and downhill. There's good movement in the front and width as far as like from the side across the ball of your foot. It's good. There's room there, and then there's good room for your toes to move. And the boot, actually, I didn't think it would at first, but because of the way they designed it, it will cinch up and it pulls evenly on the material because of this whatever you call this, molding or strapping. And by the way, there's no seams on this boot, on the inside obviously, but the way that they strapped it, it's seamless except for right here. So yeah, okay, so the boots are awesome. They weigh about 1 pound. They do what they're supposed to do. They're, it's in a color where it's not going to stand out. So if you are a military guy, a Nelly guy, a hunter, any of those things, this is an awesome boot. It's waterproof. It's got a Gore-Tex booty, which then I sprayed it with camo guard just to make sure. And this is awesome. All conditions. I would imagine snow too, even though I don't know, this wouldn't be an appropriate boot for snow, but in a pinch, yeah. But like deep mud and anything like that, absolutely. And it's also, the tongue is gusseted all the way down, so those large rushes of water, as long as you're keeping it below about 3 or 4 inches, you're not going to get a rush of water into the boot, so it gives the Gore-Tex booty a fighting chance and actually keeping your foot dry. Okay, so enough said, right? I love these. They're awesome. Get them from Tactical Distributors. Let me show you. These guys are rad, man. I won't use his name, but I talked to the guy in charge of customer service on Thursday when I bought these boots. There's Tactical Distributors right there. Make sure there's no glare on the screen. There you go. TD right there. I'm really impressed with these guys. First of all, if you're new to them, tacticaldistributors.com, and it's ORS, just in case. When you buy stuff from them, okay, so right, you're new to them. You go on their website, it says sign up for our newsletter, we'll give you 15% off. Well, 15% off on $160 is quite a bit of money. They've also got tons of other great gear. Some of it is reasonably priced. I haven't really looked at all of it, so I don't know. I can't say it's all reasonably priced, but it seemed reasonable from what I was looking at. So go to them, sign up for the newsletter, get the 15% off coupon, then go on, buy the boot, get the discount, and choose ground shipping. And I don't know how long it's going to go, but right now they upgrade it to overnight, so you have the boots the next day. Order these on Thursday, got them on Friday, took them on a 10-mile backpacking trip Saturday and Sunday. Back here this week doing the review. Jump on these. If you haven't tried them or heard of them, go check them out right away. Order them up. I would say go through Tactical Distributors just because they're so awesome. The customer service guy, he told me, like I said, I won't use his name, but he's like, yeah, these are awesome. I've heard good things, blah, blah, blah. Let me know how they did. Well, here you go. They did awesome. They're incredible. Okay, and one more thing he told me too. While you're on their website, get a pair of their Darn Tough socks. Darn Tough, that's what they're called. They have a lifetime warranty. They're built like a BMW. They're the BMW of socks. And if something goes wrong with them, you get a snag, rip, and whatever, just send it back. So, yeah, they're $16.95, just so you know, for a pair of socks. I know it's ridiculous, but they're worth every penny. I wore them with these boots. I have not been happier on a 10-mile hike in a long time. So, that's it. That's what I got to say about these boots. Seriously impressed. The only thing that they let us down on is this made in China. Like, they got to do something about that. I don't like, it's a great brand, but man, everyone's letting us down on that. We need the stuff made in the United States. I would pay more if it was made in the United States. Anyways, okay, so UA, Tactical Mid GTX and Multicam, $20 Go get them at Tactical Distributors. Do what I told you. Use the coupon code and then get your free overnight shipping and buy a pair of the Darn Tough socks. Have a good night.